one more try. I know that it's my time. No regrets, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that I'll be fine. Yeah. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when if you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better.
I'm just a wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fist. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun at me, got my...
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Green Bay Packers. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Lambeau. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Caleb going to throw right away. Open man, that's Felton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, it's Williams. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Looking to throw is Williams. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Here comes third and about a foot.
Brings up third and 10.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, here's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
At the 6-yard line.
To the air, Williams. And he's got it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
3 yards. And the Falcons first down.
They get this out left. Touchdown, Falcons. Kevontae Turpin, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now I live it. They need a gift to know it's God-given. I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest.
Looking to put a drive together.
Cowboy 80.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it, to see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Tackled by the quarterback, Derek Stingley. The Packers had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
19-18. Hurt.
Again, it's Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
18 Cardinal.
A loss of 2.
On third down, Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Ready. Cougar 19. Let's go.
Richardson looking to throw this. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. lot stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. Here's Williams. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
First down, Atlanta.
To throw, Williams. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
64 yards. That's another Falcons first down. First and goal.
And now an audible here into something else. Here's Jacobs. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kevontae Turpin with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Hey, check that. Go street.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. A beautiful spin and room to run. Saquon Barkley. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Well, there's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stall down here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
After the 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have us all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just change. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now defense. Do you play aggressively, or do you lay back a little bit and try and calm things down?
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Throwing is Williams. It's complete. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start. And boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
And the Falcon 1st down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert from 8 yards out. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. On his loop for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Cowboy 80. Alert! Alert! Hey, pass!
Running again with Barkley on second down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I don't care. emphasis is in the NFL at any given time, every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
Come on, come on.
They'll go to Barkley again. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Fix the Eagle.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
A gain of 24 more yards. That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Ready.
Now it's Richardson. And that's complete to Adams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Barkley is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Play action. Now Richardson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
You feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you can't have above. You still feel paralyzed above syndrome. Friends just having kids ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a light with no love? What's the use of ingredients with no love?
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. In this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second down and 4. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Williams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
On the ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
At the 43-yard line.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basics.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Cup 19. Bronco 80. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And Richardson back to throw it. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Richardson going to change the play here. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one.
At the Falcons' 8-yard line. I seen a bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Going on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs. Ripping on it like I'm picking the pride. I hit the crib where the queen wanna collide. But really ain't tripping, we can get it right through the
Two of their three red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
70, 18, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Lions.
Now Richardson yet again. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Great defense there on third and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
On for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Williams throwing to start the drive. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for two.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone. So they get two more on the board here just before halftime. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge and fire out.
Come on. Hey! 70 Timberwolves. Cougar 19. Turn up. Kill, turn up. Steady.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Street. Dragon 60.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. He'll let this go for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. To the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So the Packer offense coming on. They'll be asked to go for 2.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
70. 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates.
Richardson will throw for it. And pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not letting the sidelines dwell on for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 48-yard.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And the Falcon 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season. And those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Stephanie! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Richardson working from the gun. This one goes out wide for Barkley. There he goes left side. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Packers. Saquon Barkley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 32-yard line. 128 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw, it's Williams. Touchdown, Falcons! Kevontae Turpin from 13 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move them out and move them fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First down.
Richardson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 2.
19 Lions.
Again, it's Richardson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Buffalo 18.
Here's Richardson to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Looking to throw is Williams. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Second and inches at the 44-yard line.
To the air, Williams. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And the Falcons first down. A gain of 31 yards. And the Falcons
working out of the gun, Williams. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's another Falcons first down.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Caleb Williams keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
53. Packers 29.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
They're on the 31-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Richardson looking to throw this. Coleman has it here right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Richardson. Able to find the open man. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
60 average.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. But defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Again to Barkley out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Richardson going to move him around.
At the 34-yard line.
Cut 19. Cut 19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He hits Adams, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. Now it's Richardson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
That's to Kraft, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now they'll shift things around.
3rd and 1.
Back to the air with Richardson. And he's got it. It's caught from Packers touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points. He's got it. So they convert the 2 that keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
To throw, Williams. Trying to lay one up deep. Touchdown! A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game, because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Richardson back to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
70 Rangers. Trap 50, trap 60. 19 Lions. Check. Buffalo 18.
Richardson looking to throw. That will be in the hands of Adams downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, Scott. Viking 18. 65 catch, 65 catch. Cup 19. 79 Broncos. 60 Mavericks.
From the shotgun, Richardson. They'll get this complete to Matthew Golden. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
15 more yards. That's another Packers
18,
first down.
Warriors 17.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Mustang 19. Hey.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Got him in open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2.
Here we go.
Will set up for the
Cowboy
2-point
80.
conversion.
19 tight. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Richardson will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Here's Williams. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 43 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
67. Packers 43.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just about wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 10.
Ready? Cougar 19. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
19.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it is caught. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready
From the
up.
13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
65 catch. 65 catch. Let's go.
Richardson working from the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Ready?
Richardson. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get on.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Okay, great.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. And the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
60, 60. Ready? Bronco 80. Go, check. 19 tight. 19 tight. Mustang 19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
At the 48-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hawk
Now
70,
Richardson
Hawk 70.
going to shift things up.
70 Ranger, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Let go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
And Richardson yet again. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bob. Dragon 60. Go.
Here's Richardson to throw. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
7 Pirates, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warriors 70. Ready, ready.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Able to find his man, Kraft. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw is Williams. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one is over a long time ago.
A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
He's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Williams. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown sing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now he's going to step up and run.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Ready, set.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Cup 19. Here we go. Set. Cowboy. 65 catch. 65 catch. 79 Broncos. Let go.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Lightning 18.
Now Richardson. Now he'll tuck this and run.
He's got a man, complete.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Atlanta, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for